weather is grim this weekend. Let's get inside. The weather is awful this weekend. It is horrible, but that is not going to stop the mods on my channel. Today we've got a new mod that is a little bit Marmite, some would say. I feel like a lot of people are going to say it's chavvy. A lot of people might think it's a bit different and a bit cool like I do. But let's get the bits out. I'm going to show you what we're doing on the Fabia today. Come and think of it, this garage is an absolute tip. So before we even work on the car, we're going to clean this place up. A good craftsman always has a clean workshop, so let's crack on. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better than it was and gives me more peace of mind knowing I'm not coming into a completely ruined garage. Now, let's get on to the next mod for the Fab. Let's show you what we're doing. Yep, I've got myself some cherry red taillight tint. When I first got this car, I was a bit keen for the old mods, as you know what I mean. And I tinted these black, like black. And I got absolutely ripped by all my mates, as I should have done, because it looked awful. It was absolutely horrific. Don't know what I was thinking. So I've had the standard rear lights in this for ages now, and one of my mates, Dex, who used to have a Fab, he had cherry red tail lights, and I've never seen anyone on these cars do that, and I thought it looked really cool, and it's definitely a lot different. It doesn't look chavvy, in my opinion. It doesn't look too, you know, crap. It's just a really small little touch that makes the car look different from the rest, really. It just keeps it a bit individual. So yeah, without further ado, we've got to get these tail lights out. Now with the tail lights, it's quite straightforward. There's literally 4 bolts that hold them in, and then the bulb holder. But the bulb holder's on these like clips. You can just pull it and it comes out. Comes out, and then the whole tail lights can come out. So we're gonna get the tail lights out, clean them up in the garage, and yeah, get active with the old tint. So all 4 bolts are out. One of the clips come out as well for the trim piece here. So that's basically, you've got, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you've got this electrical plug here. Well, actually, I'll tell you what, you don't actually have to undo that plug, because what you can do that. Take that out of the way, and then push that. That light is out, like so. Now all I'm going to do is repeat the same process on that light, and then we're going to get on to the first step of tinting them. So let's get on and do this one. As you can see, near side, offside rear tail lights are out. That's good. I've just got them on the floor here at the minute. As you can see with the weather, it's raining, all the car's wet. So the rear lights are wet. So what we're going to do, give them a wipe down, because they're going to need to be as absolutely dry as possible before we start doing anything with this tint. So yeah, let's get these dried off. So now they are both bone dry, looking good. These tail lights are actually in really decent nick for a Fabia. The only little issue on one of them is that it's got a little crack in the corner, but you cannot even notice it unless I had to tell it to you. I have polished them before to get all the little scratches out, so they're fairly shiny and pretty good nick. So let's just hope that this tint doesn't completely ruin them. Otherwise we are going to be in a world of sadness. But without further ado, let's apply the tint. Now the tint I've got is literally just some spray-on red lens tint from a local car shop in near us called Going Spare. On, and I will be completely honest with you guys, it's not the colour that I wanted, which is a bit annoying. I'll show you what I mean. You can kind of see that, yeah, it's quite like pinky red. I kind of wanted the white lenses to be the exact same colour as that, and obviously it's come out like really light pink. So what I'm gonna do is let it set for the time being. Obviously I did spray the whole light to make sure it kind of goes the same colour all the way across, but I think what I am going to do is let it dry for the time being, and then I'm just going to focus on the middle bits and try and get that as dark as possible, because if I leave the edge and then basically coat up the middle with loads of it, hopefully it will darken out and give it that look of the same colour. Just another thing to note as well, whilst we're waiting for that to dry, the Akari sticker. They're now live on the Akari website. If you want a little discount, I've got a little code in the bio that you guys can check out and get a bit of money off some car cleaning products. It's completely different to anything else I've ever used before, and it's top notch, so go check it out. Another thing to mention, whilst we're still waiting for the tail lights to dry out, is the giveaway is ending a week's time, give or take, on the 30th of November. If you're not aware of what's going on, I'm giving away a 4K dash cam to any car that it can fit, teaming up with Mangoal. All you've got to do is subscribe to my channel, subscribe to their channel, comment Mangoal on that video. I am going to leave the link to that in the description as well, because you need to get involved. It's literally completely free to enter, and you get a free dash cam. You're not going to lose out on anything if you enter, and it helps us out loads. So go into that and check it out in the description. So it's quite hard on camera, it looks quite light, but it's actually really dark in here. And when I was filming that last clip, I couldn't really see how much I was spraying on, and I've made a massive mistake. Oh my god, what have I done? Oh my god. So yeah, basically I've ruined my tail lights. I don't really know what I'm gonna do to fix that. I think all I've done is gone too heavy on it in one section, and yeah, I've basically gone way too heavy in the middle, and because it's dark I couldn't really quite see. So I'm gonna get the brake cleaner out and white spirit and clean it all off and try and start again if I can. And I'm going to do it in the light here, not in the dark back there, so I might actually be able to see what I'm doing, but I don't know if that's going to come back off now properly. What an idiot. So I've completely messed the rear lights up. I've had to call for the cavalry My dad is a painter and decorator, so he knows a lot about paint and thinners and all stuff like that. And I thought the only way this is coming off is with paint thinners. So I have got the old man himself here to help me out.
Specialist Sitting Guilds painter and decorator, I'll have you know.
Well, there we go. So Dad's going to give it a go with the old paint thinners, and he said to use a brush is probably the best way to get a good bit of purchase onto the paint to get it off. Now, I've been going at it with isopropyl alcohol and a microfiber, which has got all that white milkiness off, but I think really I just need to get it as much off as possible and just start again. I've also got a new tactic that we're going to try if I can get a lot of this off, because we are going to try it again. So if we can get it all off, we've got a new way of doing it afterwards, and all being well, fingers crossed, we can hopefully get it done for the end of today, because it is getting dark, as you can see.
So we're going to start with methylated spirits. You can't go wrong with that. You can have a little swig. The tramps used to do it. It smells nice. Comes from a tree, but don't drink it. And so with a brush in a pot, keep working it in, and it will come off. I could try white spirits, or if not, I will go on to. Now that is the stuff that get anything off of anything quick, but it's quite expensive. So might give that a go.
So wiping it off, so you can see in one section, obviously where the paint was probably a bit thinner, it's come off. So it's kind of a case of just keep going around all of it, I guess, to try get it all off. What a mission! What an absolute mission!
Cut.
Right, so Dad's come in. As you can see, he's managed to figure out a technique. Methylated spirits with a little kind of nylon brush, which is quite hard, bristles, but it gets it off, and then afterwards go over it with a bit of teacup just to get rid of all the swirls, and it comes out literally factory finished. So what I'm going to do is completely set all this back to normal. So yeah, I do apologise for the low light conditions right now. I've got tomorrow, hopefully if the weather's good, fingers crossed, we're heading to Caffeine and Machine. I might take Ella, we might head along. So if we are doing that, I can show off the amazing new rear light mod that I've done, and I'll catch you guys in the morning when we're en route. So yeah, see you there. Yes, it is Sunday morning. Allegedly the weather is meant to clear up, although it is soaking. If you live in the UK right now, literally this week, the weather has dropped freezing and gone awful. But, Fab, beading up nicely. But let's just have a quick look at our awful. Oh my god. It just looks naff, doesn't it, when it's like that? It's not as bad as I thought, to be fair. But yeah, we are off to Caffeine and Machine this morning. I really wanted to get the tail lights looking good for it, to show Tom and to show a few mates that are going to be coming, but unfortunately not. It is what it is. It's Sunday morning. We're going to head off to Caffeine and Machine. Hopefully there'll be some cool cars there. Get some grub, get a coffee. I'll meet you guys there. We have made it to Caffeine and Machine. Nice Sunday morning. There is loads of stuff going on. We got the Fab in like the public bit. I was told I'm not allowed to park up by a building. Car's obviously not cool enough, but there are some really sick cars here, so let's check it out. literally in the space of about 20 seconds, this whole place is now completely full. Mental. It's literally mental. Right, that is all she wrote for Caffeine and Machine. We've been here for an hour, there was nothing here, and then everyone turned up. So we had a little pond there, got some videos. But yeah, that is that. If you did like this video, please, please, please smash that subscribe button, hit that like button. What they got to do?
Subscribe, like, and post notifications.
She said it first. Catch you guys later.